Now let's go back to the AWS console and then see how do we develop a step function in AWS. So if you come to this state machines, it will list down all your existing state machines. And wow, but for this yes, what we'll do is we'll create a new state machine so that I can show you how does it work. So when you open a state machine, it will give you three options. The first one is author with code snippet. So in this, what we do is we just give the name of the machine. Let's suppose I give a name as first machine. Here you have to put the code, and whenever you put the code here, you will see that in the right side it will create a graphical representation of your state machine. Okay, a step functions work with many AWS services, not only with Lambda. Let's suppose you want to write a ECS task, right? So what you can do is you click on this, and then this will generate a preview of that code, and then you can copy that code into the clipboard, and you can paste it here and then use it like this. Okay, it resolved some of the issues which it generates. So this is very user friendly, where it tells you even the coding errors, coding issues. So in this case I just created the new state, right, manage ECS task, but I'm trying to refer the hello world to start with, but there's no uh, hello world state defined here, so I have to change the state with this name, then it will fix that error. So similarly, it will tell you all the issues and you can fix those. If you let me fix it quickly, this one, and then we'll see the state representation is coming. So see, once I change this, it has changed the diagram also, the flow also. Okay, so there's the way you can generate your state machine by using this code. Just remember that the basic syntax will be that it needs to know from where to start. So you have to give the state name here, and then you have the state node where you'll be defining what will be your state name, what type of a state it is. So we will be using the task state to do all our functions, our actual code execution, and then resource will be having the ARN value, which resource you want to use it. So for that ARN you have to mention it here, and this is based on each services what you use, different parameters, different execution combine, different parameters, different configuration, you have to do it for those. Okay, let's look at quickly the other option we have. So here AWS has provided already a couple of projects readily available which you can use. So if you look at a batch job, right, so if we select that, it will provide us the readily available code which you can use to configure your batch job. What here you have to just do it, that changing your uh, batch job configuration, give the resources for that, you have to give the queue name of that, define, put the ARN for that job, what you have done in AWS batch. So once you make all these changes, your state machine will be ready to execute. Okay, if we quickly see that how we pass from one state to another, we will have this next attribute which tell us once this state gets executed, which next state we have to go to. And if you want to do any exception handling, error handling, then you have to define this catch block, and then you can define if you get this type of error, then what I need to do. Okay, let's look at the third option, which is templates. So in templates also you will get many ways templates actually available, which will help you actually to implement those different type of states. So we talked about that we have a wait state, we have a retry, which we can use it. You have the parallel state which we can use, and then you have catch and choice. So if you look at this choice state, let's quickly go to the choice state and then see what it provides. So if I select this, it will give me the readily available code which explain me how the choice works. Okay, this is the option we have. So here if we just fix the ARN of the resource for the lambda function, it will start working. Okay, uh, so that's all about how the state machine works. So let's quickly go and then look at my existing state machine division number which I created it, and state machine we can see there's a audit log that how many execution has been done for this and how it is working, right? The one important thing you need to remember is that whenever there is a execution happens for any state machine, there should be a unique name on that. Okay, so when we click on this start execution, you should give a name which should be unique, and it should be unique for your whole account for at least for the 90 days. So if you used a name 90 days back, that you can again use it, but not before that. Okay, so if I don't give a name here, then AWS will create the unique name by itself. So the best practice is that you can leave it blank so that let AWS find it out what is the unique name for you, and then it will do the job. So let me give a input to this execution and then run it. So if you remember, if you can see that it has created this unique number for that name of the execution, and it will start doing the execution. So if you see in this visual workflow in the left side, we have different states: success, failed, cancel, and in progress, right? So now it is green, it has been successfully done, but if you would have noticed it earlier, it was showing blue when it was in progress. And in the right side, we can see for the each step what is happening there. So if we click on this diagram for that particular state, then I can see if that state got succeeded or failed or it is in progress. You can see those status. Then we can see what was the input being passed to that state and what was the output being generated of that. Okay, if that state get fails, then you will see the exception also in this block. So that's the way you can monitor your state machine, what is happening. This is the one way of monitoring. The another way of monitoring is that you will see the execution event history here. So when I ran this state machine, it has created 14 execution event history steps. So if I click on this, it will tell me that this is the where execution started with this input. Okay, and then you can see it will go to the each state. So now I am in the first state. When I go to the first state, what is the input has gone there, it will show me that. Now once I get out of that state, so this state got exited here, and it will show me what is the output came from that state. So for each state you can go and then check what is happening there, what is the condition, what is the input and output is coming. So that's the way step function works. We have seen that how you can monitor the logs, how the auditing is done,